Ladies and gentlemen, I'm IWN and I'm back here with a Monday Night Raw video for the first time in a long time for your February the 8th, 2022 on your Tuesday afternoon. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. So, before we go any further, I need you guys to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel and turn on that bell for all notifications, so you don't miss a single video that gets uploaded to the channel each and every single week. Now, I got some good things to say about Monday Night Raw, but I also got some bad things to say about Monday Night Raw. There were only 3 matches that stole the show on Monday Night Raw. Everything else was fucking absolute abysmal. First of all, one of the matches that stole the show was Damian Priest versus AJ Styles. Damian Priest battled AJ Styles in a non-title contenders match. So Styles had a chance to win a US title shot in addition to the WWE title shot he has at Elimination Chamber. The Archer of Infamy had the upper hand early, but Styles never let him keep it for too long. Now, Priest scored the first real 2 count after a stiff clothesline. The Phenomenal One began to fight back with some strikes, but Priest answered back with his own barrage of punches and kicks. Styles ended the exchange with a Pele kick, but Priest fell on top of him after the hit to get a 2 count. Priest ran the ropes and ended up running right into Phenomenal Forearm to give Styles the win. Now, this match was much shorter than expected. This should not be a shock to me or the JD fans, but they used the minute they had wisely to basically make this feel competitive without rushing. The finish looked really good. Priest running right into that springboard. Styles winning should get him a future match for the United States title. But that will likely take place after Elimination Chamber, if at all. Now, the other match, the second match that stole the show. This was another match. Kevin Owens versus Austin Theory. This match was fucking great. Absolutely fantastic. It was produced right, written right, everything. Now, in a rematch from last week's show, Austin Theory took on Kevin Owens with a spot in the Elimination Chamber on the line. Theory cornered KO and stomped him down right after the bell. Owens fired back with some chest chops, but Theory stayed on him and whipped him to the opposite corner as hard as he could. Owens slapped him, and Theory tackled Owens to deliver a flurry of punches. They went outside the ring where KO hit a senton off the steps to take over as the show cut to a commercial. We returned to see KO hit a cannonball in the corner, followed by a frog splash from the apron to the floor. Theory countered the pop-up powerbomb and the stunner before hitting a nice suplex for a near fall. KO hit a rolling senton from the middle rope with Theory on his shoulders for a close 2 count. Theory got his knees up to block a senton bomb, but Owens caught him with a stunner for the win. This was the best match that Theory has had coming to the main roster. But both he and Owens pulled off some great spots to make this an exciting contest. Now Owens continues to perform at a high level, and the crowd showed its appreciation by cheering him over for Theory. He was basically being treated like a babyface, so it was cool to see him win clean instead of relying on cheap tactics. This will likely be the match of the night for most people. If you skip Raw, take the time to watch this one. Now, the last match that stole the show was Rollins versus Riddle. This main event of the evening, of Monday night evening, which was last night, saw the recent Quiz Bowl winner, Riddle, take on Rollins. Both men will be in the men's elimination chambers match, so this pretty much made sense. This was a bit of a preview. They started off by running the ropes until Rollins took Riddle down. Bro locked him in an armbar, but Rollins was too close to the ropes. The Visionary got him and hit several punches before Riddle took him out of the ring. Rollins pulled him off the apron and powerbombed him into the barricade. We returned from a break to see Rollins hit a huge double stomp to a hanging Riddle in the corner. The Bro began to make a comeback and hit a series of high-impact moves to take Rollins down. The former WWE Champion blocked a Broton with his knees before sending him down over the top rope with a back body drop. He hit a floating bro before Owens came out of nowhere and nailed Riddle with a forearm to the face. Orton ran down to save his partner from the prize fighter with an RKO. Rollins and Orton had a standoff as the show went to a break. We returned from break to see this taking place as a tag match with Adam Pearce at ringside to oversee the action. Orton was fresh, so he took control of Rollins at first. KO hit a nice moonsault from the second rope for a 2 count and then taunted Orton with his own pose. Rollins continued where Owens left off, but he missed a big frog splash after a long exchange of counters with all 4 men. Rollins hit Riddle with the stomp for the win. Now, note that whenever we get a fresh match in WWE, you can absolutely feel an extra level of excitement in the crowd. Rollins versus Riddle is not something we have seen in 2,000 times. And I repeat, Rollins versus Riddle is not something we have seen 2,000 times. Or should I say 200 times? So people tend to pay more attention. Riddle and Rollins were having a good match, but it's obviously WWE did not want to have a clear winner in their first encounter. Management likely sees this as a future world title feud, so it wants the first pinfall or submission to mean something. Both parts of this match were enjoyable, especially the final moments when everyone was trading some of their biggest shots. This week's show had some low points, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I absolutely agree with JD every time he mentions how awful Monday Night Raw is. Raw is one of the worst brands in all of sports entertainment. One of the worst shows in modern history. There's nothing on this episode that legitimately stands out important to me. Not even the RK Bro Alpha Academy feud. It's already more bad that the show isn't enjoyable to watch. I mean, who the fuck asked for a Lita Becky Lynch feud? Oh, man. Oh, God. I know I didn't. I know the JD fans didn't. I know the entire community didn't ask for this feud. AJ Styles versus Damian Priest. Kevin Owens versus Austin Theory. Riddle versus Seth Rollins. Should have indeed gotten more TV time because those were the best things on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. And they were actually more enjoyable to watch than that god-awful Quiz Bowl and Miz TV segments that were booked for this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. But that's what happens, folks, when you got a 70-year-old senile dumb fuck known as Vince McMahon running these shows and not producing them right. Vince McMahon and Bruce Prichard. Anyway. It was most enjoyable. The 3 matches were. The in-ring action, as I stated, was great. Most of the storylines actually took a step forward, I guess. There you go, folks. That's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. The thumbs up and the thumbs down, either way, helps out the channel, helps out the videos, helps out the live streams. The thumbs up helps me get better, and the thumbs down helps me improve. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Another video is gonna be dropping. I'm gonna be giving you all my thoughts on this week's episode of AEW Dynamite, which should be a good show. And I think AEW's new free agent signee is going to be either Keith Lee, Jeff Hardy, or Will Ospreay. It's gonna be one of the 3. Either way, I'm still right. So I'm out of here, folks. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow.